Hello everyone, PetGives up here and thank you for tuning in. Now, as you can no doubt tell from the title of this video, we're going to be racing around my hometown track today, which is Rockingham Speedway, located here in Corby. Decided that we're going to be driving some British touring cars because, well, I've seen these in real life here. I've picked out the Andrew Jordan Honda Civic because we share the same name, and also in this Pertec livery, it looks absolutely stunning. The gold hubs, the gold wheel caps there remind me a lot of a Subaru Impreza, which, you know, is always an added bonus. I'm not gonna waffle about the intro here. Let's get on track. There's a few things I'll talk about, but we'll talk about it as we're racing. And yeah, let's get on with it. The great in our Civic. Lights out and away they go. Bit of a stutter there at the start, but that's kind of to be expected. I'm recording and I've got a lot of AI on screen here. But where we go, the AI doesn't really know what to do on the opening lap. That's just standard Assetto Corsa fare though. But we'll fight through as Dan Camish is in the wall there and I basically follow him. Let's hit it nice and easy. That's not Dan Camish, that's Matt Neal. Shouldn't say anything bad about him because he'll probably beat me up. I've made a fair few overtakes there around the outside of Dean. Had to lock the brakes up there, otherwise we'll go into the back of Andy Prio. Side by side with this guy, I've got absolutely no idea who it is. Oh, it's Adam Morgan. Pretty sure he should be driving a Mercedes. In this mod at least. He's still there, he's still side by side. I had set the AI aggression quite high. We cleared him now on the back of Tom Chilton. Dive down the inside to Tarzan. He might hang around the outside. Nope, we've got him. Back to Andy Prio. The chicane, I have no idea what it's called. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. Or I could Google it. I could always do that, but nah, somebody can tell me. Andy Prio is still there somewhere. Okay, and that is one lap of 10 down. Now, I suppose we can talk about the mod a bit. As you can tell, it's not the most highly detailed ever. I have a feeling this is rather old. Maybe it came out earlier, so of course it's life. But nonetheless, I mean, you know, for all intents and purposes, this is Rockingham Speedway. I'm quite impressed they've even got the elevation changes correct. The only downside I would have loved it if they could include the oval. Unfortunately not. I made an overtake there, didn't even realise. Okay, we're on the back of the eBay BMW. Cannot remember who drove that thing. It is a 2014 car. Is that Rob Collard? I believe it is. There's a fellow Civic. Going a bit slow there out of Tarzan. We'll make easy work of him. Gone down the inside. He's still there. Every time I say he's still there, my mind goes to the iRacing voice. He's still there. Outside! That's enough awful Australian accents from me. Okay, so yeah, the track. Now, as you can tell, it's not the most highly detailed in the world. The track texture, the tarmac track texture, does look a bit flat. As do there's some weird things going on there on the grass and some of the foliage, but it's believable enough. You know, the main grandstand looks correct. Like I mentioned, they got all the elevation changes correct, which is, you know, great. Means I get to, you know, drive around this track, which I've only ever been a spectator at, which is awesome. Unfortunately, Rockingham Speedway is now closed. It's now a logistics park. So basically, it's just a storage place for vehicles before they get sold. Down inside of Rob Collard. You'd love to see it. Back at Rob Austin. It's an awful run. We're going to have Mark Blundell as well. Ooh, on the grass. Mark Blundell's BTCC career wasn't great, was it? Well, we're still there actually. It's going to be. We're going to have him though. Or we're not. Yep, still there. Like for example, that main grandstand looks exactly as it does in real life. You know, yeah, so it's nice and believable. I'll talk a bit about the cars as well. We're driving the Sean Clark mod, the British touring car mod he has on his website. It's very good. Is all I can really say. It's a bit of a mishmash of cars. There's the Toyota Avensis in here, which I think dates from 2011. I'm driving a Honda Civic, which is dates back to 2012. I think the one I'm racing now was driven by Andrew Jordan in 2014. There's a bit of a mix of liveries as well. And unfortunately, it's not the most comprehensive mod ever, which nothing wrong with that, of course. It is only one man making these cars. But it does mean that, unfortunately, some of my favourite British touring cars aren't included, such as the MG and such as the MG, the Subaru Lavog, I don't know what it's called, the Subaru, and also the Honda Civic Estate from 2014. It would have been great if we had the Estate in here just for a bit of, just for the memes, really. Because I would definitely be driving it right now if we did. I believe this is Jake Hill. We take the hard side. Let's see the NASCAR line. So yeah, Rockingham Speedway. Growing up and living in Corby, being a motorsport fan, I've been here plenty of times in my life. Champ car came here in the early 2000s. Didn't get to see, unfortunately, but I remember watching on TV and having the windows open, and you could hear, the race going on, which was awesome. I still remember quite vividly the final lap of the 2001 Rockingham 500 with Kenny Brack and Shielder Van battling out for the lead right until the last lap. And then in 2002, it was rained out with Dario Franchitti won, being a Scottish driver, and Corby being a town with a lot of Scottish heritage. That was quite special. It's not often a non-American IndyCar driver gets to win his home race, so that's quite a nice thing to have, I suppose, for him. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, I've ran a bit wide there. No matter. Coming here, I saw BTCC in the early 2000s. Probably my favourite era of British touring cars. Which reminds me, if anyone's watching, anyone who makes mods for Assetto Corsa is watching, if we could get like the 2001 to 2005 British touring car seasons, that would be amazing. I would pay money for that. Anyway, oh, a bit of biff there with Matt Jackson. Sending it down the inside. So yeah, British touring cars, British GT, British Superbikes race here as well, but I didn't get to see them. What I did get to see was what's called ASCAR, which was like a European version of NASCAR. Raced on the oval here and also in the Lausitzring in Germany. And they were awesome, loud as anything, and pretty much unrestricted pit access. One year I got in and they were giving out, one of the teams was just giving out their used tyres. So I was 10 years old at the time, went home with a race car tyre, and I don't know where it is now. It must have gone missing during a move. But yeah, I associate, growing up, my bedroom smelled of rubber a lot because I had that tyre. There's also some more personal history here as well. You know, I first actually drove a car here for my 16th birthday. My dad got me a first-time drives experience. Consisted of driving a Mini Cooper in the car park. You know, I took advantage of it, put my foot down as much as I could. The instructor didn't really like it, but hey ho. I assure you I'm a sensible driver these days, though. I would never tell a lie. I'm running wide here. Come on, Andrew. Keep on the grass. Looks like we're up to third. I think I may have made a mistake and set the AI a little bit too low. I'll have to up the ante for the next video. Using the sequential shifter that I love oh so much. I am really enjoying the immersion of sim racing right now. You know, I actually also had a job interview right there in that blue building on the left for a job as an admin for a company that dealt with training for medical training for crews at races, specifically here at Rockingham and also at Silverstone. And unfortunately, I didn't get that job, which I'm really, you know, still rather gutted about now, because I really saw it as my sort of foot in the door, as it were, into the world of motorsport. You know, someone's probably going to tell me, you know, you should have got back on the horse, not given up, but, you know, that time in my life, I had very little self-confidence, very low self-esteem, and I wasn't really, I got that interview through an agency, and then when I didn't get a job, I wasn't really interested anymore. I went back and worked at my depressing bar job for another year. So, some regrets, maybe. It would have been nice to have stuck with it, but all in the past now, isn't it? What can you do? We're back at Taunton, England here on this Toyota Aventus. A bit dated by today's standards. That's nearly a 10-year-old car right there. Don't think we're going to catch up to first. What is the name of this chicane? I've got no idea. You know, I also actually had my prom here when I was 16 in a conference building right there on the right of that main grandstand. You know, if somebody asks nicely in the comments, I might be inclined to share a picture of how I looked on the night. I'll give you a spoiler alert now. I wore a white suit. Very flashy. Oh, a second gear corner, Andrew. Yeah, I really regret not doing a track day at Rockingham when I could. There's a slight issue, the fact that I couldn't drive until 2 years ago, and it closed 2 years ago, but oh well. You know, with real world motorsport starting again, I'm feeling kind of more motivated to make sim racing videos. I've kind of gone off shooters a bit. I play Warzone, but I don't grind it, and to be honest, that's the only FPS game I'm playing these days, and I'm playing it very casually. This is just something that's taken up more of my time, and you know what? I'm happy for it to take up more of my time because I'm enjoying it so much. Okay, we're on the final lap now. Can we catch up to this last Ford Focus? Probably not. He is a bit far ahead. Second gear, Andrew, come on. You know, I haven't really stopped gaming or creating content. I have definitely not been making YouTube videos as much as I did, but in the description is a link to my Twitch channel. And I've been streaming on Twitch most nights of the week. and rather enjoying it, to be honest. I've got like a checklist of games that I'm working my way through, and also racing is kind of being a bit of a bedrock for what I want to achieve on the Twitch channel. I'll be uploading highlights on YouTube as well as these sim racing videos. So if any of you guys want to check that out, I'll be greatly appreciated. I might even be streaming while you're watching this. Oh, come on, round the outside. Can we make it happen? It's a drag race to the line. Come on. No. Bad place. Ah, that was a good race all the same. I think the AI could have been a bit stronger, but what can you do? That's just the way it is. So anyway, guys, yeah, this is the Rockingham Speedway mod. As I mentioned, it's a bit low quality to some degree, but it is Rockingham Speedway, and like I mentioned, I've got a lot of memories of coming to this place when I was younger, when I was a teenager with friends, watching races, failed job interviews, and secondary school proms. But yeah, all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching. If you're into this kind of sim racing content, then by all means subscribe. There'll be much more on the way, and I will see you in the next one.